If you're looking for the best clone of Dolce & Gabbana, the one, then should you choose Pandora's Dreamcatcher, which I reviewed 2 years back, and I said this is about 85 to 95% close, and it is still a fantastic close. I would still recommend this one, but now comes Al Bayt Al Dimashqi with a beautiful clone of Dolce & Gabbana, the one. Now should you choose this one or this one? Today's video is going to be all about comparison between these two gems, guys, to help you understand which is the best clone of Dolce & Gabbana, the one. So stay tuned to watch in detail. What's up, guys? This is Yaser. Welcome back to my channel. You're watching Yaser's Fit Frag, and today I'm going to talk about another fantastic release from Al Bayt Al Dimashqi. Now, Al Bayt Al Dimashqi makes fantastic clones. I've reviewed about 6 different fragrances and I've compared them with the original, and I've made this statement very clear that they are the best clone makers that I've seen till date. Now, today I'll be comparing with Dreamcatcher by Pandora, because this was the best clone of Dolce & Gabbana, the one 2 years ago when I reviewed, and it is still is, because this one sells for about 1,500 to 1,600, and for this price this is a fantastic inspired version of Dolce & Gabbana, the one Eau de Parfum. Okay, though I would say this is more on the EDT style, but you cannot really make a difference between the EDT and EDP because this is a clone anyways, but it is still very close and it performs better than the original. Okay, now let's find out whether Al Bayt Al Dimashqi, the one, can be better than Dreamcatcher by Pandora Sense. Okay, now this is how the bottle looks. It's pretty much the same, just like any other Al Bayt Al Dimashqi looks like, because Al Bayt Al Dimashqi, they do not make any difference in the bottle design. I heard they have a premium line which Oud Wood was released, and their bottle and packaging looks slightly different compared to this. But otherwise, all their clones have the same packaging. I'm just helping you remember how they actually look like. Okay, the box and the bottle looks more or less similar. It's just that they have 2 different colors in their bottle. One is blue and the other one is brown. Okay, but otherwise there is no much difference. You can check out my other videos about Al Bayt Al Dimashqi. They all look the same. So let's get started with the scent and the comparison of these two great releases. Okay, I'm showing you the original. I was talking about Dreamcatcher. So Dreamcatcher has that nice nutmeggy opening along with citrus orange and that ginger. Okay, so the ginger here along with nutmeg gives that fresh spicy feel. Now here I don't get that nutmeggy spice. Okay, it does open with that nice grapefruit along with ginger, but it does not have that nutmeg spices which I get in Dreamcatcher. Okay, so here that is slightly different, but it smells more creamier and more richer than Dreamcatcher. So that's the difference. So that shows why Al Bayt Dimashqi has better quality, but it still does not get close to the original Dolce & Gabbana, because this Dolce & Gabbana has that sexy tobacco note, very mild, sexy, manly, masculine tobacco, which is not smoky at all. It is like a fresh touch of tobacco, which both of these do not have. Okay, that is missing in both of them. Even Dreamcatcher does not have that. It is only in the original Dolce & Gabbana, for which if you're a fan of that, you still have to get this one. But that can be sensed only when you dig your nose to your skin where you have applied. Okay, otherwise that tobacco note is not evident. So if you're smelling any of these in the air, it smells more or less like the original. Now if you're digging your nose, that's where you get the difference of that tobacco, but that tobacco note is super sexy, guys. Honestly, if that is missing and if you're a fan of that, you still have to get the original. But like I said, people won't sense it unless you dig your nose in the air. It's not evident at all. Now let's say you're smelling it in the air and you want a budget-based alternate. Should you get this one or this one? Now this one definitely is more creamier and slightly more dense and richer than this one. Like I said, this does not have that fresh spicy nutmeg feel which I get in this one, but this has a more creamier grapefruit along with ginger and a bit of basil, and it does give that feel of that Middle Eastern creamy sandalwood as well. Though sandalwood is not a prominent note in Dolce & Gabbana, the one, but this one has that nice Middle Eastern style of creamy sandalwood along with the other notes I mentioned, and that's why this one smells more richer, more thicker than Dreamcatcher, the one. Definitely the quality has a difference when you compare side by side. This definitely has better quality, but like I said, when you smell it up close is the only time you sense the difference. In the air, it is not evident at all. Now, if you do not know the pricing of Al Bayt Al Dimashqi, this costs around 2,400 to 2,600, between that range. This will cost around 1,400 to 1,600, between that range. Now, for the price difference, should you really go with this one? Again, it depends on your personal choice, because if you're somebody who cares only about quality, you definitely have to go this one. Now, if you do not care about clones, you have the budget for Dolce & Gabbana. This costs around 5,500, 6,000. It goes around that price range. So if you have the budget and if you love that tobacco note that I said, you definitely have to stick this one. But if you're okay missing out on that tobacco and you still need a good quality inspired version, this is what you have to go for, because the performance is definitely better here than Dolce & Gabbana, the one, and Dreamcatcher by Pandora. Dolce & Gabbana, the one, never gives me about 5 to 6 hours. Dreamcatcher gave me about 7 to 8 hours. This gave me about 9 to 10 hours. So this one ranks number one when it comes to projection and lasting. Okay, undoubtedly. Whether it is on your skin or on your clothes, this stays on top when it comes to performance. Quality between these two, of course, this has better quality. The creaminess that I said definitely is better. The richness, the dense character is better in this one. But again, practicality basis, you sense that only when you smell it up close. You don't sense that when it smells in the air. There's hardly any difference between these two. Just that this has that fresh nutmeggy character. This does not have that fresh nutmeggy character. But otherwise, both smell great. So for price value of money, I would still say this is a better price value of money. But if you're looking for quality, I would still suggest this one. But if you need that sexy tobacco and you're okay to shell 5,500 to 6,000, Dolce & Gabbana, the one. So it's all about what is your budget, guys. But smell wise, I think all three are fantastic for what price they sell for. If you're low on budget, Dreamcatcher. If you're slightly higher on budget, Al Bayt Al Dimashqi. And if you have the budget of 5,500 to 6,000, Dolce & Gabbana, the one. That's the simplest and the best way I can put it across. But otherwise, all three are fantastic to my nose. They all do their job well, but paying 5,500 to 6,000, you don't really get good projection and lasting. You have to compromise on that. If you are okay to compromise on the performance, only then go for this one, because the best performance is Al Bayt Al Dimashqi, again with great quality. So that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in case you've tried this. Comment down in the comment section. See you next time soon. Keep sharing the videos. Cheers.